Welcome back to Psychic Renegade Tarot. Thank you for watching my channel. Let's do a quick pick a card tonight. Let's do what is the gossip about you. So what do people say about you when you're not around? What is the word on the street? What do people say when they talk about you? 90% of the people that watch my channel are not subscribed. So if you like my channel, you like my videos, please subscribe for more, you guys. It helps with the channel. We're gonna do 3 piles tonight. Pile 1 is the Amazonite, pile 2 is Kababa Jasper, and pile 3 is Mookite. You can choose 1 pile or listen to all 3. It's totally up to you. Check out my website if you want to book with me. I always have a couple openings every month. And thank you to all my regular clients. I'll see you at your pile selection. Don't hesitate to email me if you want to reach out to me, or you can always DM me on Instagram. I'm over there quite a bit as well. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more. Okay, pile 1. If you chose this Amazonite palm stone, this is your reading. What is the gossip about you? Okay, so the first card out, hold on a second. The first card out is the Justice card. So I'm getting that it's actually a lot of good gossip about you. People say that you're fair. People say that you're level-headed. You always do the right thing. You always put your responsibilities first. I'm hearing like you're good at budgeting, you're good at planning, very much like Virgo, Libra, Cancer energy when it comes to like your business and your bills and your household and things like that. You're very much on top of it. I feel like you also speak the truth. You're not one to mince words. You're not fake. You don't act one way in one setting and then act different around other people. You're pretty much just, you are who you are, and you just let people take it how they take it, kind of thing. So people are gossiping about this, and they actually respect you for this. That, I don't know, you're just always the same kind of person in every setting. King of Pentacles. You're also pretty serious about your money. So people talk about this. People say that you're driven. Again, you're responsible. I feel like you are self-sufficient, or if you are in like a partnership or a family dynamic or something like that, you definitely contribute. You pay your share of the bills. You have some kind of business career or a really good job. You take care of yourself and the people around you. And I'm getting earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Very much, they like to have everything in order in their life. You might also be like a leader of some kind, or a boss of some kind, or have like a leadership position that people know about. You might have a degree, or be like a head of your company. You might run your own business. You might have mentors under you or mentees under you, something like that. Like you have a level of responsibility. The Chariot. People also say that you're all over the place, like you have an adventurous spirit. Maybe you've taken jobs in a lot of different cities. You might have moved to a different state for work. You travel a lot for your business. You travel a lot just to see friends and family. You're always kind of like on the move is what I'm getting with the Chariot energy here. You're not much of a homebody. You don't like to sit stagnant. Even if you are indoors, it's like you're in a hotel in a different city. So you're always traveling, you're always on the move, or you finally have the money to take these vacations, or you might have a position at work that requires you to travel, something like this, but you're good at juggling it. You might post like your vacations or talk about it publicly in some way that people can see this. 5 of Wands. Okay. People also gossip about how your life hasn't always been easy. You've had to overcome a lot of opposition. You haven't always had the best people around you. People have talked about how you might have been betrayed by family or friends or lovers or associates. You've had to come up against quite a bit of opposition. So if people think you have had an easy life or got your accomplishments handed to you, that's not the case. I feel like you've had to deal with a lot of naysayers, a lot of failures, a lot of failed attempts, a lot of bad friendships, a lot of bad associates. So if you do have some sort of success, it's been through trial and error. It's been through hard work. And it's probably been a long time coming. So it's not something you take lightly, and people do respect you for this. People do respect you for this, and they see how much you've had to get through to get to where you are today. So I don't know. I don't think you come from money. I think you've built your own, or you're doing a different career path than maybe your family does. You've branched out on your own in some kind of way. If you didn't have like assistance from people around you, you did it yourself, or like you put yourself through college, or you stepped into a different career field and just figured it out on your own kind of thing. So I don't feel like much has actually been handed to you. You've had to figure this out. The Hermit, yeah. You had to go into hermit mode. You might have just like disappeared for a while to finish college, to do like a trade school. You might have gone like on an internship out of state or something like that. Like you just kind of took off or hunkered down to accomplish something, some kind of study, some kind of certificate, some kind of, I don't know, you went through like a incubation period where you leveled up, and it took quite a bit of like skill or focus to get to this point. So you had to press pause on maybe your social life or your romantic life for a while. You kind of took yourself out of the scene and you were doing your own thing. You were focused on your own goals, and people are talking about how this is how you were able to accomplish what you did, because you were able to pour all your energy into yourself, into your own accomplishments, just like getting enough sleep, feeding your body right, doing all your studies, getting to work on time, exercising, taking care of your studies, just all the little things, kind of training yourself to be responsible and get into that groove, into that mindset. And you saw pretty quickly how things turned around for you, I think, once you got to that point. But I think it took a while for you to like get through other trials and errors, or get through other jobs that weren't meant for you, to get away from people that were distracting you or that weren't supportive of your dreams and believe in you, were kind of keeping you small kind of thing. You had to like break out of some toxic environments people are talking about. Seven of Cups, yeah. You almost have like this magician like quality now. People think you're magical with the Hermit and the Seven of Cups here. You've adapted to manifesting. You might have some kind of spiritual practice, but this is more just your energy is what I'm seeing. People talk about how things come so easy to you now. Like you just get whatever you want now. Did you see they got the job? Do you see they got the place? Do you see they got the partner? Do you see how like well behaved their kids are? Do you see how cute their pets are? Whatever. Just people analyze your life from the outside and they think it's perfect. But like the things you do have, you're really proud of. You've built a lot for yourself here with the Seven of Cups. You do have options. I'm seeing this as multiple streams of income. For some of you, you do have a really happy, healthy family life. You've worked really hard to build like a nest egg for yourself, for your children, for your loved ones, for your spouse, for your significant other, for yourself. Some of you are just like single and fabulous and loving it. Let's pull a couple clarifiers. But I'm actually seeing this as like good gossip. People know that you've gone through BS in your past. They talk about it, but it's in like it's in a positive light. They talk about what you've overcome, what you got past, what you were able to go up against and come out the other side. You know, not everybody goes against everything that they were taught or what their parents want them to do for a living or what everyone around them is doing, that kind of thing. So you branched out of the box in some kind of way, but it was successful for you. Ten of Swords. Some of you got through some really nasty stuff in the past. This is like grief for some of you, childhood trauma, some like really heavy betrayal. Almost took you out, I feel like. People thought this was going to take you out. For some of you, this was a divorce. For some of you, this was just a breakup. Or you dropped out of college, you got fired, a business failed. You had like some kind of significant blow to your ego and to your heart chakra is what I'm seeing too. Like, I think you really believed in this thing at one point in time. Before it ended or when it ended, you figured out it wasn't for you, but in a very painful way. The Star. Yeah. For a lot of you, this is like choosing yourself. You had to choose yourself in some kind of way. You had to leave a marriage. You had to leave your family. You had to leave a friend group. You had to leave something behind that was very painful, like an old identity for some of you. To step into this success, to step into your North Node, to step into your destiny with the Star. And not everyone has the courage to do that. And people are talking about how awesome that's been for you, how lucrative it's been for you, what kind of abundance that's brought into your life. But it wasn't easy with the Five of Swords, the Ten of Swords. You still had to go through the dark night of the soul. You had to go through that healing journey. You had to face your shadow and really like dig up some ugly parts of yourself to heal them. And so your peers commend you for this. Your peers see that you've done this work. And I feel like people are taking notes. You're also inspiring other people to do the same, to overcome things that they didn't think that they could, to get out of situations that they were born into, or to stand up to the family that they were born into, or to try something new and different than people around them. It's just, you're encouraging people to be themselves and to step into that true identity, and that's really beautiful. It's really powerful. So don't take that lightly. Don't feel like, oh, it's just little me, it's just my little business, just my little YouTube channel, it's just my little job, you know, like I don't do anything that significant. You never know how you're inspiring the people around you, in your family, in your neighborhood, in your friend circle. So don't take that kind of stuff for granted. Trust me. Because I can see people really are looking up to you, and they talk about this. For some of you, I feel like there's more messages, so check out group pile 2 or 3, you guys, but that's all I have for you, pile 1. Subscribe for more. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you thought of the reading in the comments below, and I'll talk to you next, or I'll see you later. Okay, pile 2, what is the gossip on you? What are people talking about? If you chose Kababa Jasper, Palm Stone, this is your reading. Okay, let's just pull the pre-shuffled cards, and then we might pull some clarifiers as well. I did with pile 1, so we'll see how far we get with you guys. Pile 2, I want these to be kind of shorter readings, so they're not going to be crazy in depth. Queen of Cups. People talk about how you wear your heart on your sleeve. You might have a lot of water in your chart. You act like a water sign. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If you're into astrology, you might have like a significant placement, like a water Venus, a water Mars, a water Moon, ascendant, Sun, something like that. Or you don't have to. I feel like you're just empathic, you're heart-led, you have an open heart chakra. You're in tune with your intuitive side, your intuitive body. I feel like you have an open pineal gland, or you're woke. You're connected to the universal conscious is what I would say. I don't know how to explain it. Seahorse is what I'm seeing too, so you might be LGBT, or you might just like not subscribe to normal gender roles. Maybe you're the breadwinner if you're a female. Maybe you're a single parent and you're raising kids. Maybe, I don't know, there's just something that's not some kind of like standard. I don't know. You like to live outside the box is what I'm seeing. This could be something inside, like inconsequential. It doesn't have to be something crazy. Your energy is very soft. It's inviting. You have like an approachable side to you. Like I wouldn't be scared to like ask you what time it is on the street or some random like question. Like strangers might come up to you and ask you random questions or for directions, because you have like a gentle face. You have like an approachable appearance is what I'm seeing. The Magician. Some people might even say that you're like magnetic. This is kind of like erotic in a way too. It can be used to flirt. It can be used in like a sexual sense. Or some people just might be instantly attracted to you. So you might be pretty good looking, or you have just a very alluring kind of vibe to you. I don't know. If you're witchy at all, people might think you put spells on them, which I don't think you do. I just think you know how to kind of embody your own energy and play up your strengths and weaknesses kind of thing. I feel like you're just very confident too. You know how to wield your feminine and your masculine energies. You know how to be soft with people when they need that. You know how to be firm with people when they need that. You can play into both sides of that coin as needed. People respect this. People talk about this. You have just kind of like a natural finesse with people. You're pretty charismatic. I feel like you're a good people person. You might work in communications or retail or sales, or I don't know, you might work with people in some kind of way. I don't think I'm going to take reversals, you guys, just so you know. Wheel of Fortune. People talk about, they think that like you have some kind of secret way that you make money, or secret like stocks or investments, or like secret properties. For some reason people think you're like hiding money, or you give off vibes of like you have money but you don't flaunt it kind of thing. Maybe there's clues like you have a nice car, or you don't have a lot of wrinkles, so people just assume your bills are paid, or something. Like you give off, I don't have any problems, everything in my life is pretty taken care of. Like you give off this like very confident vibe. It's giving off like I have money, but I don't flash it. I take care of what I want. I go where I want. I do what I want, but I don't even have to flaunt it kind of thing. So maybe you travel a lot. Maybe you have nice things. You might have like some designer stuff or a nice car, or maybe your nails are always done, or your shoes are never dirty. Like you have some kind of tells that like you either take care of your stuff really nicely. You either take care of your stuff really well, you give off this like vibe that you have money, or people just think you actually have hidden money. Maybe you have like a inheritance you hide, or property, like rental properties, or hidden investments that you like pull and like take vacations off every year or every couple months or something. I don't know. People are either making this up off of their like out of their heads, like your vibe, or I think you have some kind of like luxury items that gives it away. 8 of Cups. You might travel a lot is maybe what it is. Maybe you just have like property in your family, or maybe you know somebody who works for an airline, or you might have some kind of traveling perks that makes it to where you can do this pretty much free. So maybe people think you're spending all this money and you're not. Like maybe you're just using like your family timeshare, or I don't know, maybe someone gives you like airline passes every year, or you might have some perks with your job or something like that. I feel like you're not actually like breaking the bank, or you're very good at handling your money. So people just think you have a lot because maybe you do. Maybe you know how to budget, you know how to prioritize your finances so that you never go without kind of thing. People also talk about how you keep to yourself, though. You really don't like being, you don't like being as social as you used to be. So for people of you that are a little older, like 30s and up, I feel like you used to be social and you kind of grew out of it. For some of you, this is like you developed anxiety, or post-COVID, you just kind of got used to being antisocial, or for some of you, something traumatic happened. I don't know, you walked away from some friends or from social groups, something where you just kind of, you separated yourself is what I'm seeing. And people kind of wonder why this is, or they don't know, like, why doesn't she post as much? Why doesn't she come around the local bar as much? How come she never like texts us anymore? Does she ever like hang out with you? Like, you're kind of MIA. I'm reading this as like a female energy, but you could be male as well, or non-binary, whatever. Four of Swords. I feel like you're healing from something. You're healing from something you don't talk about. You're healing from something that hurt you pretty deep, but you don't discuss with people. It was like a private breakup or a private loss, or it's like maybe a really messy breakup, or like a miscarriage, or like something really triggering that you just don't really want people in the mix of and having opinions about. So you've been like healing privately with something. High Priestess. For a lot of you, you're just going through a dark night of the soul, and people are kind of wondering what happened to you. For some of you, this is very intentional, like you're being prepared for the next stage in your journey of your ascension, and you're going within, and you're dealing with a lot of hidden trauma that you've been kind of holding on to, that you're realizing is more detrimental to you than you wanted to admit. So you're finally like dealing with stuff. You're working out, you're going to therapy, you're taking medication, whatever it is, whatever mode of therapy or whatever works for you. Reiki, meditation. For everybody, it's a little bit different, but people are talking about how you're working on this, how much you've changed, how you're prioritizing this, and it's actually working out for you with the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. Your intuition has sharpened. I feel like people can see that they can't get anything past you now. People that used to manipulate you can't any longer. If you used to be a people pleaser or a pushover, I feel like you're standing up for yourself now. You're speaking up for yourself now. You're biting back for some of you that have gotten pushed around or been bullied. I'm feeling like irritated, like pissed off a little bit, and I'm not angry right now. So it's like for some of you, you're really kind of like enough is enough kind of thing. Like you're setting boundaries. This is kind of like a FU2 kind of energy. Like you've really been played by some people, and it's like you're taking back your energy. I'm feeling like you're an overgiver or a people pleaser for some of you, and you're just taking back your energy. You're setting boundaries. You're focusing on yourself. We're not doing reversals. So yeah, with the Hanged Man, the Knight of Cups, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, you're not letting anything get in the way of this manifestation. Like you're putting all your focus on the Knight of Cups here. You're putting all your heart, your will, your drive into something. And to protect it from the Five of Wands energy, to protect it from naysayers, backbiting, betrayal, evil eye, whatever you want to say, just people that are just out to knock you down and don't have your best interests at heart, you're just staying away from them. Like instead of fighting people all the time, you're just staying out of the bullshit. With the Hanged Man here, you're setting hard boundaries. You're realizing who's really for you and who's not. Like if you're talking about your wins and people's lips are curling, if they smile with like a smirk, like you can just tell with your energy when people are fake happy for you or fake nice, or just seem to get irritated if you talk about anything positive in your life, or just they have to one-up you, or they have to roll their eyes, or they have to like naysay it. you're just vibing this nasty energy and you're not having it anymore. You're not putting up with it. You don't want it around you. I mean, it's just like, call a spade a spade. It is what it is. If you're acting like my hater, that means you're a hater. Why would I have you around me? Like, if my life disgusts you, if my wins and my happiness bothers you, then why are you here? You know, why are you here? It seems you're lost. So you're just like putting people in their proper place is what I'm hearing. Ooh, yeah, you're putting people in their proper place. And sometimes that hurts and sometimes that sucks because we want to see the best in people. We want to give people chances. And all I gotta say to that is, do you want to be a martyr? Because you can give and give and give and give, but people will take and take and take and take. If you're not with another giver, they'll bleed you dry. So be careful. If you have a big heart, if you're a Queen of Cups here and you have a big heart, you need to be careful because it's a scary world out there. Not everyone is terrible, but you gotta learn discernment or you will get run over. So be so careful if you're just my soft little water babies with big hearts and you want to see the good in everybody. Some people do have good sides, and I'll just tell you right now, I will save you a lot of trouble. There is good in evil people. So if you go looking for it, yes, you can find like a good side of an evil person, but you know what? It doesn't make them not evil. Like Jeffrey Dahmer had friends and neighbors and people that liked him. He was a nice guy, but he also hacked people up. You know what I'm saying? So it just one doesn't cancel out the other. So you can't delude yourself and be like, oh, sometimes they're nice. That doesn't take away from their other side. So you have to accept all of people, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Don't lie to yourself and tell yourself that people are better than they are, okay? Take them for who they are, because you don't want to get, I'm just telling you this like a big sister, like I don't want you to get hurt, okay? I always gave people chances, and tell you what, I was the one that got hurt, okay? Yes, I got to love those people. Yes, I got to show them unconditional love. Maybe they needed it. I don't know. It's not my business. But in the end, I was stuck with egg on my face, and I'm the one that got hurt. So just take it from me. Yes, you can find good in everybody, but that doesn't take away their shadow side. So that doesn't mean they're not also evil and scary and won't hurt you. So if that saves anyone some years of trauma, I hope so. Okay, guys, end of rant. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you thought of that pile in the comments below. Subscribe for more, you guys. Thank you for being on my channel. Bye. All right, what is up, pile 3? You chose Mookite. This is your pile. Okay, let's get into what is the gossip on you? What are people talking about? I'm just gonna drink my coffee for a second, excuse me. For some people, you're a workaholic. So you're kind of burning both ends of the midnight oil. What do they say? Oh my God, that's such an old thing. You work in the morning, you work in the afternoon, you have a hard time turning it off. So some people, you work from your phone, you work for yourself, you're building something. Like you're almost about to graduate school, you're about to finish an apprentice, like you're on the verge of accomplishing something. So you really like have like your sleeves rolled up right now, like your nose to the grind, whatever they say. Like you're working your butt off right now for something. It's about to pay off. People can see that it's about to pay off. You're being very diligent. The devil. Some people think that this is toxic. Some people think you're like have something to prove, or it's ego driven, or you're obsessed with money or materialism, or like some people are trying to put like a negative connotation on it, but I don't know. I don't see that. I feel like you're just really driven. You're just very, it's almost like selfish, because you have to be selfish right now. Like you have to be selfish in this season to accomplish this goal. But I feel like the goal is for the betterment of your entire family, your entire community. It's not a selfish goal. I think people are just hating on you because you're being very diligent and responsible right now. Some people think you're addicted to something. I don't know. Some people just think you have like toxic ways. The Hierophant. Okay, so for some of you, this is a difference of beliefs, or like you might be spiritual, or you might dabble in the spiritual community. You might talk about your beliefs a little bit, or maybe you grew up atheist, or maybe you grew up in the church, or I don't know, you have friends that disagree with you, or a community that disagrees with you, or people around you just don't understand your beliefs or your new set of beliefs, or something about your value system is rubbing people the wrong way. I feel like this is like completely unrelated to them and they should just mind their business, but for some reason someone's made this their business. They're finding personal offense with some of the things you believe. Yeah, I think some people think like you're demonic, or if you read tarot cards, you're talking to demons, or if you don't go to church, you're going to hell, or just like some really, I don't know, some really old school kind of Bible thumper kind of beliefs. Like they're not very open-minded, and to each their own. I'm not saying, I don't really care what you believe, honestly, but someone has a problem with you is what I'm trying to say. Someone has a problem with what you believe and they don't think it's right. Oh my God, look. They're saying like, oh, that's why everything in your life goes bad for you. It's because you're a devil worshiper. Or I feel like you're just going through normal life trials. Like you left a community and you're starting over, so you're gonna struggle for a couple of years. You left a marriage and you're starting over, so you're struggling building your own career. You left a connection and you have kids, and so you're struggling to start. I feel like it's literally like a life circumstance that you chose, and it makes sense, and it's temporary, and that you're working through. But people are overanalyzing you and being like, oh, look, that's why they're struggling, since they're the devil now, or they're just, they don't go to church anymore, or they don't believe what we believe, or they don't pray to this deity, or they don't pray to that God, or whatever. They don't face this way on Sunday, or whatever, you know? People make up their own rules, and I feel like you're just not about it. So people have a problem with that, and I feel like you just don't care with the Tower. You're taking it on the chin. If you have gone through trials, it's because you took them on, because you had to like change your life. You had to change your situation. You had to start over, maybe go back to college, maybe move to a different city. You took on these things willingly for the betterment of your family, to be true to yourself, something like that. Anyways, so people are hating on this, and they're trying to like correlate just trials and stuff you've gone through, life circumstances, and saying it's your fault, basically. But it's really just, I think the universe is preparing you for stuff, and it's also just circumstantial, like I said. Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're willing to do this. You're willing to start over. You're willing to move. You're willing to try new things. You're willing to be on your own. You're willing to build a business from the ground up. You're willing to raise your kids by yourself. You're willing to drive a crappy car and put all your money in your investments. I don't know, like you have like your eyes fixed on a goal with the Eight of Pentacles and the Devil here. Like you're hyper focused, and maybe it's freaking people out because they don't see this kind of determination from people. And I feel like you do have a lot of character. You're a very strong person, but it's more than that. I feel like this is more just like life. Like you were put in these circumstances, or you chose these circumstances, and you're just like, okay, this is what I gotta do. It's not like, oh, I think I'm so great and so wise and so strong. It's just, no, I didn't really have a choice, so I just had to find the strength. I didn't really have a choice to leave that abusive partner, so I just had to find the strength, you know? I didn't really have a choice to have, you know, my dad die. I just had to walk through that grief. Whatever it was, like whatever life thing hit you hard, I don't think you chose it. I mean, it's either you chose it, and so it's like, okay, this is what I gotta do, or it was just a circumstance thing and you're like, okay, I just got to get through this. It wasn't like, oh, I'm this big person. You've had to do this. 5 of Cups. For some of you, this is a mental illness, depression. For some of you, it's grief, or just a season of preparation. Some of you have really, really gone through it, or you're really, really hunkering down towards a goal. It's like you're budgeting hard and like saying no to things you need or want because you're saving towards something else long term, maybe like your first house or like a nicer car. You're trying to move, you're investing everything in like a business, you're doing something for a long-term goal, and maybe it's making you look like you're struggling, but it's a strategic thing that you're doing is what I'm seeing. I don't know, some people are just talking ish. Pile 3, a lot more than the other piles. People seem to be criticizing your every move and also equating some of your mishaps and misfortunes to, oh, it's your karma, it's your fault, something you did wrong. And I feel like maybe in some cases, yes, but mostly it's just like, no, this is just what I have to get through right now. It'd be nice if, you know, I had your support and not just your judgment, but people are just judging you, I guess. I don't know. You need to get out of the community you're in because it doesn't seem very supportive. With the 5 of Cups here, people just don't have your back. 2 of Pentacles. They see you struggling and it's just like people don't even offer to help. Maybe this is why you're so self-sufficient and you work so hard. So like, I feel like you want help, or maybe you've even asked for help and like you just don't feel like the people around you have your back. Queen of Pentacles. So it's like you're becoming your own. For some of you, you're parenting yourself, you're mothering yourself, you're becoming your own parent, you're becoming your own guardian, you're trying to level up to a point where you don't have to think about money, where you don't have to stress about money. I don't feel like you came from money. I feel like you're trying to figure out wealth on your own. You're trying to break a generational curse, and for some of you, it's poverty and lack, and you're trying to get to a point where you and your kids and the generation after you get to live in abundance and gets to be born into that and gets to understand that and isn't growing up struggling and wondering why they don't get to have the same things that other people do. I don't know. Not even in a material way. It's just you don't want your kids to be so focused on survival that they don't get to create and explore their world and like really question who they want to be and get the full expression of their humanity. You know what I'm saying? It just, you don't want your kids to be boxed in to the matrix of just going to work and producing this thing and being a good citizen. You know, like you want them to be more than that. You want their soul to be really alive and to see what they're capable of when they're not boxed in and when they can create their own reality and their own destiny and their own little family and their own career and community and whatever they want to do. So you just have like higher things in mind is what I'm seeing, pile 3. And I feel like the people that get it, but not a lot of people around you do. I don't feel like you talk to people about this because you are getting so much judgment. This is going to be something that's just expect people to talk ish and not understand you. You're going to have to show them. They're not going to get it. You're going to have to just show them, group 3. You're just going to have to do the thing. You're going to have to accomplish the goal. You're going to have to raise your kids how you're going to raise them. You're going to have to just be you. And that's going to eventually shut these people up. They're going to be like, oh, I get it. Oh, that's why she raises her kids that way. That's why she chose that job. That's why she moved out of that city. Like, eventually people will get it, and maybe they won't. Who freaking cares? It's your life, you know? So I feel like this is just like, stop explaining things to people because they're not understanding anyway, and people take advantage of your kindness. So pull back your energy, group 3, and just keep focusing on yourself, because people around you are just not that supportive. I feel like you will find a new community eventually, but whatever one you're in is not it. So don't let that distract you or discourage you. You're meant to outgrow these people. So don't look for encouragement from them, because they're not going to encourage you to leave them behind. They're going to be jealous, want you to stay small. So just keep your head down, keep your eye on the prize, and do what you gotta do. You're gonna have to say goodbye to a lot of these people is what I'm seeing. Or just, you know, not give them the same place in your life that you once did. Not to an extent where they can throw you off of your path or throw you off of your destiny. If they can respect your boundaries and grow with you and the relationship changes and adapts to that, then great. If they want to keep you small and they can't grow with you, then you have to put more space, because you're not living this life for other people, you're living it for yourself. So that's all I gotta say, group 3. If you enjoy my channel, if you enjoy my readings, please subscribe, you guys. Thank you. Comment down below what you thought, how that resonated, and tell me what readings you guys want to see next. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my Instagram if you want. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.